Alright everybody, I'm back. And let's launch this. We're going to play a choose your own adventure type game. But I'll start from the beginning. Do I have enough water? I got water. Good. Don't crash. Bulky Peaks. Definitely going to update the volume. Press any key to get closer. I have to say, reverb. That's probably good. It looks like. Not too loud. You guys can hear me okay, hopefully. Volume seem good? Excellent. I forgot if I played this with the let's see if I can do this with my voice today. Right, restore. Normal, enemies are balanced. You cannot, when a radio menu is, you get special items. Okay. You are Lone Wolf. Your life is not an ordinary one. You assess and counter all challenges with... Let's see. Multiple choice menu let you choose your path. What field? Hold on, that notification should go off. What's up, field command? Thank you. You guys are too nice. I will need to figure out why my notification is not working. Thank you. It's very annoying. Doing good? Excellent. Okay, the multiple choice menu lets you choose your path and write down your own story. Pay attention to what you decide. Your actions shape the world around you. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, am I a man of... You always prefer a straightforward and decisive approach? Carefully assess the details before attempting to overcome? Or rely on your dexterity and intuition to overcome any obstacle? Speed or smarts? Speed or smarts? I'm gonna go with smarts. You are Lone Wolf. Oh, right. Many are the battles you have fought in defense of Summerland. And hello. I'm really annoyed that my notification doesn't seem to be working. I gotta figure out what happened there. It was working the other day. Many are the battles wielding my... I'm a fan of the sword myself. They're easy and quick to use. Yep. Music got all loud. Sorry. Hopefully it's not too much. You possess special Kai disciplines. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played these books. They were pretty cool. Literally, it was a choose your own adventure in a book. In the back, you would have your adventure sheet. You had to fill out your starting, equipment. You had to fill out your starting gold. And you would have to keep track of it. And there would be combat where you would need to, I think it was, you would need a die, just a die to roll. It was really, I played a couple of these as a kid, and I loved them. And then they actually had the storybook. And now, on my Android device, there is the Lone Wolf Saga. You can get, like, all of the books for free. All electronically done, so it'll keep track. It'll do combat for you. It'll keep track of all the numbers for you. Their thing is, they ask to donate, but they also only allow for one save slot. So, the books can get long. If you want to have more save slots to kind of track your progress and backtrack, if you can purchase more, and it's not that expensive. Highly recommend it. Disciplines. We have Survival is pretty good, and healing. I always like getting survival first. Healing is good, but don't come across it as much as you think. Mind over matter, I think, is this one, right? Yeah, or Mind Blast and Mind Shield. That's useful for weapons. No, I'm gonna go with the Mind Blast and Mind Shield. They combine them into one skill, which is interesting. I can do weapon skill for the sword or animal kinship. Since I already have Mind Blast that'll give me a bonus, I'll do animal kinship. Make your choice. Sixth Sense is freaking awesome. Sixth Sense is really useful. Basically, it's you know, sense motive, detect evil, all rolled into one. Survival, Mind Blast, Mind Shield, Animal Kinship, and Sixth Sense. For Summerland and the Kai. Let's start this. He's a bad-looking mofo. Is this your story? Is this your past? Sure, why not? Well, those sound effects need to be modified. They're very loud.
For many centuries, the Kai Lords defended their kingdom of Sommerland from the Dark Lords of Helgedad. Many battles were fought and won by the Kai, but finally came their demise. 3 years ago, the monastery of your warrior order was attacked by the armies of the Dark Lords. The Kai were destroyed. You were the only one who survived the final battle. All seemed lost, but you retrieved the Sommersword, the one weapon that can slay a Dark Lord of Helgedad. You slew Zagana, the Dark Lord leader, and saved your kingdom from destruction.
That was book 2.
Now, the lesser Dark Lords hunger to take their revenge. It falls to you, the last Kai Lord of Sommerland, to crush their evil schemes once more.
You do it a little more quietly, please. Hang on 1 second. My son is not going to sleep. 1 second. Sorry about that. Try and move this a little closer to me and a little away from the computer. Turn pages. Double click. Click on the bookmark to open the home interface. This is sections. You're a lone wolf, the last of the Kai Lords and sole survivor of a... Why is that so loud? I swear it got louder than before. Last of the Kai Lords and sole survivor of a massacre that destroyed your elite warrior order. You would prefer not to be where you find yourself now, in a narrow mountain pass. Blanketed with crisp snow, flanked by shadowy timberlands where icy winds whistle through the branches and chill you to the bone. You would prefer not to be here, but duty has called you to this remote part of your domain. You are the friar of this territory, and you are responsible for the safety and security of the hardy, some-lending folk who live and prosper in this harsh mountainous borderland. Today, the script and my voice not working. You have reached the disturbing report of enemy activity around the mining village of Rockstar, and all communication with the village has ceased. Fearful that the settlement may have been attacked by Giax and other Darklands raiders, you have come here to assess for yourself the true situation. After a seemingly endless trek through snow and ice, you have almost reached your destination. Your horse becomes increasingly nervous as you approach the outskirts of the mining settlement. Book interface, red bar represents your vitality, blue your Kai power, the green one your endurance, good. Each of these icons let you access the different sections of the book. Okay. Remember to put your belt to good use. Place potions or other items in slots and access them while fighting. Choose wisely since you won't be able to open your inventory during combat. Additional belt slots can be unlocked by upgrading Kai armor. What do I got here? Endurance, Kai power. Okay. The smell of wood smoke is being carried along on the chill air, and its acrid aroma unsettles you both. This is not the reassuring smell of smoke that arises from hearth or furnace in the depths of winter. This is the smell of wanton destruction. Your heart sinks. You have journeyed here as quickly as the harsh weather would permit, but despite your valiant effort, you may have arrived too late. Make your choice. Let's figure this out. Proceed on foot. Yeah, well, the horse is already skittish. Kai survival to understand what happened. Usually in the books, it's always best to use one of your abilities. Oh, that uses up my Kai power. Alright. You can detect the remnants of many footprints in the snowy ground. These prints are more than a day old and all have since been covered by fresh snowfall. Yet your Kai senses detect that they were made by enemy scouts, Giax most likely. If a Darklands war party is operating in this area, they may have placed traps along the trail ahead to ensnare the unwary. It is an old Giac tactic, and one that you have no intention of falling foul of. The forest clings to the steep mountainside on both sides of the trail. The ground here is very difficult to traverse on foot, and impossible on horseback. It comprises jagged rocks and loose shale, interspersed with treacherous, deep and narrow fissures, and they are all covered by a blanket of ice and snow. It will be a very difficult route to take, but if you were to always keep the trail in sight, it would be a sure way to reach Rockstar. You dismount and pat your horse's head reassuringly. Then you retrieve your equipment and personal items from the saddlebag. The horse senses that you must leave him now and go ahead alone. He neighs, softly yet sadly. No. Please, let's lower that friggin' audio. Wow. That should hopefully be a lot better on your ears, guys. Sorry. Fear not, dear friend, you have fulfilled your duty with courage. Now you must return alone to the monastery where you will be safe. Go as fast as you are able. We shall be reunited here before too long. Your horse lowers his head and affectionately he nuzzles your shoulder. His unquestioning love and loyalty warms your heart. With the last pat of his forehead, you send him on his way, back along the track and the mountain road that leads to the Kai Monastery. You watch him go until he is lost among the trees. Then you steel your nerves and resolve to reach Rockstar as quickly as you can, on foot. You have chosen poorly. No. Fortunately, you happen upon the remains of an old border ranger track. and you are able to follow it all the way towards Rockstarn with relative ease. You tackle the difficult descent with dexterity until you find that the way ahead is blocked by a vast wall of snow. This obstruction is a result of an avalanche that swept down from the mountainside a few days earlier, carrying with it many trees and loose boulders. The village of Rockstarn lies beyond this great wall of snow and shattered timber. Make your choice. Do I think about it? Decide to climb down the avalanche? No, that's pretty... no. You commune with the wild looking for help, or must be a way to clear the snow itself from the path. Yeah, I'm gonna rely on my powers. Yeah, I hope I get to review. The sudden noise makes you turn your head. Instantly, you see several pairs of eyes, yellow like burning torches, staring at you through the snowy underbrush. They are the eyes of mountain wolves. You crouch down in the snow and keep perfectly still, your senses tingling. Slowly, the pack leader leaves his cover and moves toward you. He is an old male with a distinctive patch of white fur in the center of his forehead. His thick gray body fur is highlighted with gold-colored hairs that ripple and gleam as he traverses the forest floor with ease. That's right, dudes. I'm one of you. Please. I like the artwork. You look directly into his amber eyes, and suddenly you understand what has happened here during the past few days. Images retained in the Wolfpack leader's feral memory swim in and out of focus in your mind's eye. You see the villagers of Rockstarn fleeing in panic as a war party of GX rampage through the streets of their mining settlement, killing, burning, and looting everything in their path. The images confirm your worst fears. You rise to your feet, and the Wolfpack leader halts in mid-step. You decide that you must reach Rockstarn as soon as possible, and instinctively the pack leader senses your purpose here. He turns his head towards the north and lets out a melancholy howl. His pack emerges from hiding. Quickly, they follow in his wake when he leaps forward and lopes away through the snowy foliage. You sense that he knows a way around the avalanche. Without hesitation, you rush forward to join the wolf pack. You run, and the wolf pack runs with you in perfect harmony. Progress. The world map lets you decide which narrative section to unlock next. Pay attention when you choose. Some decisions can't be undone. It also lets you access the merchants you have unlocked. The world map can be accessed from the tome. Okay. Meditation is a skill that Lone Wolf uses to rest and recover vitality points, endurance, and high power. You can meditate only before leaving your current location, before triggering a new narrative. Okay. If you are ambushed while meditating, you'll start the combat session with your Kai powers on cooldown. While moving on the map, or during meditation, there is a chance that you will trigger a random encounter. Okay, I'd like to meditate, get my power back. Meditate. Oh, meditate. Nice. Full screen view. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Guess we're gonna head over here. Dude, move. Yeah, head. Confirm? Do you want to write your story from here? Yes. The village of Rockstarn was once a thriving and vibrant mining community, nestling among the slopes of the surrounding mountains. Life here can be harder with the Darklands. Life here on the border with the Darklands is harsh, yet the villagers of Rockstarn are a hardy and industrious community. They are fiercely loyal to you, their liege lord, and to King Ulnar and Summerland. Now Rockstarn lies silent and smoldering. The noise of its steam engines and its armory no longer echoes among the high peaks. Cautiously, you approach the entrance to the village. It is very quiet, eerily quiet. The smell of wood smoke that you detected from a distance is now heavy with the cloying stench of death. You stare unblinkingly at the horrific scene that greets you. The blood-soaked and lifeless bodies of villagers lie strewn about the streets. Many were cut down as they fled. while others died fighting desperately to protect their loved ones and their homes. Recent snowfall has covered the slain with a thin white shroud, sparing you the unsettling sight of their gaping frozen wounds. All around, several shops and dwellings have been badly burned or completely destroyed by fire. There are too many victims hereabouts for you to gather their bodies and give them a decent burial, as is the customary practice in Summerlin. The terrible price that has been paid by the villagers of Rockstarn, partly as a consequence of your late arrival, weighs heavily on your heart. You close your eyes, raise your face to the cloudy sky, and make a silent plea to the goddess Ishir to gather and protect the souls of the slain. You open your eyes and advance along the main street, your nerves as taut as wound steel wires. Then you hear something. It is the sound of bare feet on fresh snow. It is followed by a rattle of loose armor and a gurgling growl that sets your pulse racing. It is a Jiak. Okay. Oh. Ak, okak, jak, jaknek. It drools. Through its sharp, uneven teeth, you recognize the foul Jiak language and know enough of it to translate the creature's chilling utterance. I bring you a slow death. Fight? Your fears are confirmed by the presence of this hateful Jiak. Rockstarn has been attacked by a Jiak raiding party. The creature stalking towards you is one of the many now occupying the village. The Jiak closes in, and defiantly you stand your ground. You can expect to receive no mercy from this creature, and you will give none in return. Alright, I don't know. I forgot how combat works in this. Okay. Summer Sword, yeah, that is badass weapon number 1. Ranged weapon, melee techniques, Kai powers. When the action buttons appear near Lone Wolf's body, it means that it's your turn to strike. Each button grants access to a specific class of abilities according to position in the book. During your turn, make your choices before the yellow bar empties. You won't be able to attack with control. Okay, you can perform 3 main combat techniques with the weapon you wield in your main hand. A quick strike, a heavy blow, and a lethal combination of attacks. Wolf Slice, Wolf Charge, Wolf's Resilience. When a melee weapon is wielded in the offhand, it also makes special combat abilities available in the circle menu. These abilities add a further layer of strategy to the battles. Try them all and define your fighting style. The green bar represents your endurance, which is the resource you use to perform physical actions, including all melee. So we're going to do charge. In order to perform a precision action, wait for the external outside outline to touch the central circle. When the circle glows, click it to miss. Got him? I got him. Some attacks can cause altered status to both enemies and Lone Wolf. Each status has different characteristics. And some of them can be cured by elixirs. Bleed. Fire, poison, stunned, melee, or in range. Okay. Target. Okay. This is what? Sundered, right? Target is unable to dodge or parry. Also, target has time to act. There's less time to act. Okay. Target deals more damage, but is able. Alright, Berserker. No Kai disciplines. Wow, that's awful. End of fate there. Temporarily incapacitated and cannot act. For a limited time, the enemy can't attack with a main hand weapon. Disarmed. Causes physical damage over the enemy. Debuff is active. Lone Wolf has limited time to defeat his enemy. And there's automatic regeneration. Click and drag the arrow suggests that missing the arrow will disappear. Perform an action event if you have no endurance, but beware, you lose vitality doing so. Okay, he's gonna attack me now. In order to perform correctly, wait for the arrows to overlap. Click and drag is suggested. If you miss the arrows, it disappears. Oh! Ooh, counter! And he's dead. Oh, there's another one. I'm gonna go with a combined attack again. That worked out pretty nicely. Or Wolf Slice, cutting blow dealt with the shield that causes hemorrhage, also inflicts. Let's do that one. Start. Gonna bleed ya. Oh, whoa, 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 what happened there? Okay, fine, you wanna mess with me? Wow, insta-killed. Okay, that's better than I remembered. Or I did better than I remembered. Loot! Just take all, man. Finest leather pouch? What is this? Gives you 4 slots. Iron. Upgrading weapons. More throwing knives. And 2 picklocks. And 14 crowns. Yeah, I'll take them all. You derive no pleasure from killing. But if there is only one survivor still alive in the village, you vow to do everything you can to find and keep them safe. You turn away from the GX corpses and scour the surrounding buildings for signs of life. But this part of Rockstarn and its inhabitants were hit especially hard. It looks as if the GX wanted to make doubly sure that nobody could escape and raise the alarm. The houses and stores are badly damaged, their once fine facades blackened and charred by fire. The closest building is near to collapse. Much of the roof has fallen in, and its walls are cracked and holed. Above the smoldering door, you can still see a sign and make out the inscription, Hankar's Store. The store is in such dangerous condition that you feel it is unsafe to enter it. However, it has an attached warehouse that has survived virtually intact. You try and enter, but the door has been barred from the inside. Make your choice. Do I bash my way in, use mind over matter, which apparently I have? No, I don't have that discipline. You try to reach a large hole that you spotted in front of the building, or rely on your strength to bash the door down. I'm gonna go with the large hole. Start to climb. Making a decision through a multiple choice menu may trigger an action event. Be ready for anything or face the consequences. You can choose how to interact with the action events in the game settings. You can choose between keyboard and mouse. In order to perform a precision action event correctly, wait for the external outline to touch the central circle. When the circle glows, click it. Okay. Let's do it. I think I missed. Oh, directional event, fine. With little difficulty, you climb the damaged front of the building and peer in through a gaping hole in the wall, directly above the main door. Below, you can see the storage area of this general store. Its goods and produce lie scattered everywhere. You sense the presence of GX, although you cannot be sure how many are lurking here. Then they scuttle into view. They are fighting over a leg of cured ham they have found. Roughly, they claw and shove each other as they struggle for possession of this haunch of meat. You watch as they come closer to the barred door. When they are below your position, you decide to use the element of surprise to your advantage. You leap down and attack them, catching them unawares. Right, let's see. Battle. When you're fighting 2 or more enemies, you can choose which one to attack by clicking on them. Okay. You on the right. Let's hit you with a... Holy weapon grants the ability because it's magic ward. Oh god. Alright. In order to perform a charge correctly, click repeatedly in the central circle to charge it. If you don't fill the circle, it'll disappear. Oh, I just got angry. 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 The frickin', was it Roy Yusin or whatever? Why can't I use? Oh, I have no endurance. Oh no. Go back, go back, go back, go back. No chance to dodge. Ow. Yeah, remember to fill your belt with useful items such as potions or other consumables. These are items you'll be able to access during the fight. What? Really? He dodged. Okay then. Dodge this. He's still alive too. Just clicking on random things here. The use of your ranged techniques is connected to the equipped ranged weapon throwing as a crossbow. Okay, firepower. Why are they not letting me dodge? Wow, I suck. Disciplines, okay. Okay. Tagged him, come on, man. Well, he needs a quick shot. He's stunned. Quit! Oh, missed. Well, he's dead anyway. It's definitely a cool game. I think somebody gifted this to me. I have to check. I think this was a gift. Leap down and attack them, catching them unawares. Kick their ass, I did. Lamp spur potion. Got leather. Take all. This was once a thriving general store, but now it lies in ruin. Its structure badly damaged by fires that were started deliberately by the marauding GX. Much of its stock has also been looted or despoiled by these unwelcome invaders. A map of Rockstarn and the surrounding mountainous area hangs on the soot-blackened wall. Its mining village is built on a plateau of rock overlooking the sunken forest. The entrance to its famous Bronin mines is located at the southeast part of the crater-like wall of rock that surrounds and contains the wooded depression. You suspect that Bronin may be the reason why the GX have attacked Rockstarn in force. You search through the debris that cover the covers the floor, but there is little of value to be found. You're about to stop your search and leave the store when, behind the store's counter, you discover something that sparks your curiosity. It is a large wooden chest, and it is locked. Lock-picking time! Oh man, there's a minigame for everything here. To open the lock, you must find the right position for your pick. You can rotate the pick by dragging it to the left or to the right. The pick will rotate around the lock. When you position the pick, you can try and force the lock with a knife. You can force the lock with a knife by dragging it to the left. You can't force the knife when you are moving the pick. When forced, the lock will start rotating. Depending on the pick position, the lock will rotate more or less. When you find the right position for the pick, force with the knife and the lock will open. This is Fallout. That kind of picking should never work, right? It only says, get in there. If the pick is not in the right position and you force the lock, the pick will start losing durability. If you force too much, the pick will break. You can decide to give up at any time by pressing the back button. Fudge! I have 6 of them, so... I want to say it's straight up, straight ahead. I had most. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Only took 2 picks. 3 picks. What'd I get? What'd I get? You managed to pick the lock, and now the container lies open in front of you. You look inside and find some valuable items that could prove useful. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Look at all this stuff. Take it all, baby. When you leave the store and return to the main street, a gust of icy wind bites into the exposed flesh of your face. The sudden chill makes you shiver. The winter sun is completely obscured by the thick gray clouds, yet you are able to tell the time of day without its helpful presence. It is nearing midday. We don't want to go to the map just yet. I want to update my inventory here. Change your equipment and arrange items so you can access from your belt in combat. Equip items. Blah 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 blah. Spot. Okay. We're gonna need this right here. And we're good for... Good there. I think my ammo's good here. Still got 5 lockpicks. Got 24 throwing knives. Got some Freiland broth, which I think I'm still good at. 220, 250, 650 vitality restored. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay. Let's go to the map. What do you guys think of this game? Rockstar Village Gate. Okay. Don't sense immediate dangers. Let us meditate. It's not a bad game. It could use a little more color. Let's go. You want to write your story from here? Yes. You follow the main street, tense and alert, ever watchful for signs of human life and Giac raiders. Suddenly, the door of a nearby building is thrown open, and into the street pour a gang of Giacs, growling and waving their black-bladed weapons around above their loathsome heads. You steal your... Yeah. This is why you don't eat a big meal before doing any sort of voice work. You steel yourself for imminent combat, but your concentration is broken when you glimpse a humanism among their number. It is a girl, in her late teens, with short dark hair and sharp sparkling eyes. Judging from her appearance and her clothing, she does not look like a typical Rockstar villager. What you gonna do? Let's use my mind over here. Mind blast attack. Compelled to intervene. You don't master this discipline. Observe the girl. Yeah, let's take another look at the girl. Must run for cover. Ah. You leap behind a heap of charred timbers and crouch down, with your breath held and your nerves as taut as wound steel wires. Cautiously, you peer through a gap in the crisscross of fire-blackened beams. And you're not sure to whom this girl owes her allegiance. Is she assisting the Giacs, or is she their prisoner? The question is soon answered. The girl breaks free from the gang of GX that surround her, and she runs into the middle of the street. She spins on her heel to face her pursuers. In the blink of an eye, she upholsters a small crossbow from beneath her cloak. It is unlike any crossbow you have ever seen before. It goes pew 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 pew. Oh, hello. That's a... oh, right, underage. She levels a strange crossbow at the leading Jiak and sends a steel bolt straight between the creature's hateful eyes. The other Jiaks, confident that the girl's weapon is now empty, growl with glee and leap towards her. She fires again, and another Jiak falls dead, and then another. The crossbow is reloading itself as fast as she can fire. Semi-auto, yo! Shocked by the unexpected firepower of her crossbow, the remaining Jiaks shriek with shock and retreat in disorder. Quickly, she holsters her weapon and sprints across the street toward the gabled houses on the opposite side. A loud and angry cry grabs your attention, and instinctively you turn to face the threat. A gang of GX are moving towards you with murder in their eyes. Murder. Time to kick some butt. Or die trying. Hi, Ted. Knocked you on your butt, I did. I'm fighting this guy, right? This guy's good. Come on. Shoot the boss, sure. Oh man, I missed. Oh, alright, fine. You wanna play like that? Summer Sword! Be gone! Let's go with the throwing knives. I don't have that endurance for that. Wow! Missing every time! Dodge, mother! Dodge! Did he call a friend? To die soonest. He's still alive. This is not good. Not good at all. He's dead. That's for oh, no! Didn't get to counter. Do I hit him again with the Summer Sword? No. No, I just get hit. For that. Wow, that didn't do anything. Alright, no, I can't use that yet. And I can't use that yet. Kai Discipline. Let's use Mind Blast now. This is not how Mind Blast works in the books. Wow, he's stunned though. No, he's not stunned. Is he stunned? Yeah, cross attack! I don't know what that big one is, but he's dead. he's like, what's up? What's up now, Jack? What the hell was that look on his face? I guess you the bitch now. What the hell? Kai, Tactician. I got an achievement. Yeah, I got throwing knives, crossbow bolts, and more lamp spur. Nice. The girl is nowhere to be seen. Your focus, your gaze... My quest was updated, okay. You focus your gaze on the houses opposite and detect fresh tracks leading toward the front door of the largest house. It has escaped the fire that has ravaged much of the area. Clearly you can read the ornate sign fixed above the door. Redalian the Inventor. Stealthily, you approach the front door and twist its iron handle. It is locked. Well then, I guess I'm gonna pick the lock. Bash the door. I'll pick the lock. I'll bash the door and I'm gonna bash my hand in. Oh, you heard a little click that kind of told me what to do. First try. Discretion. You hear the click of the lock opening and you reach for the door handle. One twist and it opens easily on its well-oiled hinges. Cautiously, you enter the open doorway and catch your first glimpse of the interior of Redallion's house. It is furnished with sturdy chairs and tables, all stacked high with blueprints of inventions, prototype clockwork devices, and tools of all kinds. Your eyes adapt quickly to the dark interior, and your ears detect the scurry of female feet shod in soft leather. From out of the shadows, the girl comes running towards you. Who are you? Who are you? She demands to know. I am Lone Wolf, and I am your liege lord, you reply, taken aback by her impertinent tone. And who are you? I'm Leandra. Jen Redallion is my father. Jen? Alright, whatever. Leandra's voice is tense and irritable. It's as if she resents having to answer your simple question. This is not how the villagers would normally address their liege lord, and you assume she must be in a state of shock. Thank you, my lord, she says, her voice dripping... Thank you, my lord, she says, her voice dripping with sarcasm. So gracious of you to visit your humble little village. Such a pity you arrived too late. Far too late. Her harsh words shock you into stunned silence. You're a little unnerved by her disrespect and her belligerence. Be right back. I need to check to make sure my son is actually asleep. Because if he's not, he's going to get a talking to. Excuse me. Okay. I forget that I don't have the my headphones. Address the girl as diplomatically as you can. Yeah, well, being a belligerent prick never... Well, I'll never say it never works. The girl is clearly upset by the calamity that has befallen her village, her friends, and her family. You soften your expression and try to console her sympathetically. I came as soon as I received word that you were in trouble. I have sent an urgent... message to the king, and he will send troops here to deal with the Giacs. Of that you can be sure. The girl nods her head, acknowledging your words of comfort, but she does not say anything in reply. You sense that she is not entirely convinced that what you say will come to pass. She goes to the front door and closes it before she says anything more. The girl goes and stands next to a latticed window at the front of the house. Anxiously, she peers into the street beyond. She is fearful that more Giacs will arrive and soon and try to break into her house. You stand on the other side of the window and try to get her to talk to you. Together, you keep watch for marauding gangs of Giacs. After a few minutes... getting a little twisty. After a few minutes of uneasy silence, finally she relents and tells you what has happened to Rockstar. She also tells you something about herself and her famous father. A large raiding party of Giacs, supported by Drakarim, attacked the village the day before yesterday. They gained entry into the village by way of the large steam-powered elevator platform. This elevator is used to hoist wagons of broken ore and convey miners to the floor of the sunken forest. Rockstorm was attacked during the day. From this fact you deduce that the raiders were not focused upon killing the townsfolk, since they launched their attack at a time when the village was least occupied. Many of the villagers were down in the sunken forest when the attack began, either working in the mines or gathering timber. These lucky ones have all since taken refuge in the mines, which may well be the safest place to be at present, and certainly the easiest to defend. Unfortunately, the timing of the attack caught the most vulnerable villagers unawares and undefended. You recall the macabre sight that greeted your arrival, and a shiver runs down your spine. The armies of the Dark Lords are cruel beyond reason. They delight in murder and mayhem and know no other way. Leandra is unsure about precisely what the raiders came for, but she stayed behind to sabotage the elevator. She acted with the help of Tarlor, the village sheriff. By doing so, she would prevent the Giacs from pursuing and killing her kinfolk before they could reach the sanctuary of the mines. She has since played cat and mouse with the Giacs, constantly moving and hiding to avoid being captured or killed. She tells you that she removed 3 essential parts of the elevator mechanism: the compression valve, the drive chain, and the control handle. She has one of the parts in her pocket. It is the compression valve. The other 2 parts are in separate locations in the village. Leandra tells you that Tarlo the sheriff has the control handle, and that she hid the drive chain in the foundry, near the ore smelting works, a large building located close to the cliff edge. Without these parts, the elevator is useless. The Giacs cannot return to the forest floor. They are trapped here. The cliff is steep and sheer, and it's too treacherous to descend by rope. Leandra is anxious to rejoin her father and the others who are now hiding in the mines. Rockstarn is far too dangerous a place for her to stay here any longer, but she is sorely aware that the only way down the forest floor is by using the elevator. To do this, she must have all 3 of the missing parts so that she can refit them and get the elevator working again. Make your choice. You ask Leandra if she works as her father's assistant. You feel the urge to move on, there's no time to lose. You are impressed by Leandra's skills and you ask her about them. Yeah, I'm going to ask her about her skills. This girl just gunned down, what, 3 Giacs in like as many seconds? You tell her that you are very impressed by the courage she has shown. Your compliment makes her smile, but only a little. It's the first time you have ever seen her relax her stern expression. How have you been able to survive in a village full of enemies, you ask? Leandra's smile broadens. I followed my father's footsteps as an inventor. But my work is, how shall I say, less theoretical and more personal. She flicks back her cloak to reveal the holstered crossbow. I'm a crack shot with this. You kept me out of harm's way so far, but now I have only a few bolts left. My ammunition is running out fast, and so too, I fear, is my luck. She reaches to a velvet pouch hanging from her leather belt. She clicks open its clasp and takes out a small metal cylinder, which she hands to you. I think this compression valve would be better off in your safekeeping. Please keep it secure. Our lives may depend on it. Right. You take the compression valve and store it carefully in your backpack. Leandra stares directly into your eyes and says, I am determined to join my father and my people in the mine. You have come here to You have come here to pursue the raiders and avenge the destruction they have wrought. Is that not so? If you help me, then I will help you. You're going to need a working elevator to reach the forest floor. Without it, you'll not be able to discover the reason for this attack. Leandra says, When the Giacs discovered that I had sabotaged the elevator, they were furious. In their blind rage, they vandalized the pump room and the boiler house. I must go there and make good any damage to the pump and boiler. It's no good replacing the missing parts if there's nothing to power the elevator. And while you're taking care of that, it begins. I keep getting achievements and like weird things flashing up here, sorry. While you're taking care of that, I shall search for the missing parts, you reply. Leandra nods her approval. Remember, she says, Sheriff Charlo has the control handle, and the drive chain is hidden in the foundry. I had little chance to hide it properly. There were 2 Giacs chasing me, as I recall, I threw it among some other chains that were lying on the floor. It is very different to these chains. It is smaller and well oiled. The foundry chains are dry and have much bigger links. Very good. This will help me to find the parts, you reply. Your immediate tasks are now clear. You must find Sheriff Tarlor and retrieve the control handle, and you must go to the foundry and find the drive chain. Wolf it! Ooh, is this a level up? It is! Oh, nice. It levels up based on my choices, it looks like. So my intelligence goes up. My dexterity went up. Very nice. It's a neat little game. Chapter 2. Leandra prepares for the mission. She gathers up some food and some tools, and she puts them in her backpack. As she's fastening the flap, she says something which surprises you. When I saw you for the first time, I thought you were a grown man, but now you seem really young to me. Leandra shoulders her backpack. Then she picks up the stiletto dagger and slips it inside her belt. There's an old tunnel in the cellar of this house, she says. It runs all the way to the foundry. My father and I often use it to go there and buy the bronin and iron we need for our inventions. You can use it, as well, to reach the foundry without having to take your chances out in the open. Or you can come with me and I'll show you where the sheriff's office is. The foundry on your own or the sheriff's office with Leandra. The choice is yours. I think I'm going to keep an eye on her. Because the foundry is right near the edge of the cliff, which is where I believe the elevator is, so it should be easier to find. Good choice. We need to... Okay. That doesn't make sense based on what she said, but whatever. I'm gonna go with her. Your crossbow is nearly empty. When it is, all you'll have left are your wits and a dagger to use against the Giacs. No, I cannot let you risk that alone. You say with a forceful tone. Leandra starts to protest, but you cut her off in the middle of her first sentence. We shall leave together, and that's the end of it. As soon as you can show me where the sheriff's office is, we shall split up. I will look for Tarlar. You will look for the boiler house. Is that clear? Or you will go to the boiler house. Perfectly clear, she says, with more than a trace of resentment. You draw your weapon and move to the door. Leandra stays by the window and scours the street for signs of Giacs. It looks deserted, she says. Very well. Follow me and stay close, you reply. You pull open the front door and pause to make sure that Leandra is with you. She is standing in the doorway, her face frozen and expressionless. Then you hear noises that make your heart skip a beat. Giacs are emerging from the shadows of the neighboring houses, and they are fast closing in on all sides. Where's the sheriff's office? You shout, demanding. Leandra tell you before a fight ensues. She points along the main street towards the end of the village at the cliff's edge. On the left, 100 yards or so. That is all she can say before the first of the Giacs come running at you, and they're with their weapon held high, ready to strike blows to your head and chest. Run! You shout. Leandra is suddenly galvanized into action. She sprints along the street as the Giacs surround you and press home their surprise attack. Fight! Alright, I suck at this, so we'll see. Okay, buddy. Here comes a counter. Yeah, it's gonna bash you one. Come here. Let's give him... He's stunned, he won't be able to hurt me. That hurt. Third one showed up? Alright, time to finish this guy. Oh my god, he's still standing. Just die already. now, for you, the Summer Sword. This is fun. Ame! Ame! Oh, he's still alive! Oh, that's not good. That outright killed dudes last time. Oh, here it comes. It really hurts. And now I gotta take a potion. And you're gonna get some Mind Blast, I think. Can't use it. Come on! How tough is this guy? He's wearing me out. It's not good. Slash him. Thank you. Oh, no, I ran out of time. Fair enough. Bleeding damage is good. It's also good is cracking skulls here. Oh God, he's almost dead. No! Oh, he died. He bled to death. Whew! That was a tough fight. What time is it? Yeah. Happy with my choice for this evening. Ooh, hello. +1 dex can be equipped in the offhand. And a picklock? You approach the door of the sheriff's office and take note of the painted shield that is fixed to the wall. It bears the distinctive emblem of Rockstarn, 3 crossed sledgehammers on a white crossed field. Beneath the slate-roofed porch, the main door is held ajar by a booted foot. It belongs to the body of a dead man lying just inside the entrance. The stripes sewn onto the sleeves of his high-collared jacket tell you that this is Sheriff Tarlow. He has been stabbed fatally in the back by a sharp GX sword. Push open the door and step carefully inside the dead man's office. A search of his pockets reveals nothing. They have already been emptied. You sense that his personal items have been taken by the same GX that took his life. You drag Tarlow's body away from the entrance and push the door shut. The front room of the office is where the sheriff used to deal with daily matters of law and order in Rockstarn. Now those days are sadly gone. The room is dominated by a large desk made of sun-lending oak. Beautifully engraved with provincial emblems and the personal crests of the sun-lending heroes, past and present. In the corner of the room, you can see a large wooden chest with iron fittings. At the back of the room, opposite the main door, there is a flight of broad stone steps that leads down to the Gale cells below. This is where prisoners are held before trial. Large wooden chest. We're probably going to go for the chest. Let's see something here. I'm really hurt, so let me look at my inventory real quick. I think I had some bread, right? Where is it? I mean, I'm kind of hurt, but I don't know what's going to happen next, so I should probably... Could have sworn I saw bread. Oh, you automatically get upgraded. That's nice. +1 can be equipped in the office. Use it. Can I use it? Yeah, there we go. Felt like a good time to use that. Hit the lock. Wait. Before moving on, you investigate the desk. Take a look at the desk. was a death warrant for a man called Melech Gilad, a thief who had been found guilty of murdering 2 of the sheriff's Reeves, his deputies, who had chased Gilad and his accomplices in their hideout in the sunken forest. You read that Gilad pleaded innocent when accused of the crime. He claimed that the Reeves were murdered, not by him, by GX. At the bottom of the scroll is written in Sheriff Tarler's hand the date of Gilad's execution. It's today's date. If I go downstairs... Is this? Not yet. We're gonna pick that lock. I want to pick that lock. I need supplies. You constantly need supplies in this game. Even in the books, like, you're just constantly... Dang it. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Very close. Oh, come on, it was right there. What? Nah, you know, I'm just going to do this now, just for the hell of it. Better be worth it. That's all I gotta say. I thought I was doing it. I thought I was able to do it by sound. You managed to open the chest. It seems that the sheriff has made provision to withstand an attack by sheltering inside his office. However, when he was compelled to organize resistance to the attack, he left the office with fatal consequences. Clearly, these supplies will be of no use to him any longer. Yeah, that was worth it. Worth it. +2 strength. Sweetness and awesomeness. What? So I can't take everything? Alright, let's take this. Take the lime spur texture. Let's take the intelligence by 10 resets cooldown of all kind. Can only be used in combat. Let's take that. I don't have enough space in my inventory. Is there anything I can get rid of here? 240 to 310, 250 to 312. This is better. I could also dual wield. That's interesting. But I can't make any more. You know what I don't need? Let's get rid of these. Actually, wait, no, I don't need to get rid of them. This. 2 picks. I don't need crossbow bolts yet. Iron using my merchant's upgrade. Rather have the steel. Let's go back. Should be able to now have everything. Well, the ash would be for a bow. Armor and bags? You descend the steps and arrive at a guard room, rough hewn from the granite bedrock. It is lit by an oily torch that radiates dull amber light. It is sparsely furnished with a table, 2 chairs, and a food cupboard. There are 2 cells adjoining the guard room. One of them is empty, but the other is occupied by a tall man with a long beard and strong calloused hands. His name has been chalked on a board fixed to the door of his cell, Merak Jalad. Jalad has gone without food or water since the morning of the Jiak attack. He has heard the screams and the sound of crackling fire in the night, and he is anxious to escape from his cell before the Jiaks find him or he dies of thirst. "Unlock the door," he demands. "Release me from this cell, and I want nothing to do with this village and its fine, upright, law-abiding inhabitants. And I certainly don't want anything to do with Jiaks. And what if I were to open the cell door and set you free? What would you do? Where would you go? The Jiaks are everywhere. You would be better off staying where you are." "I'd go back to the sunken forest. That's my home. Mine and my brother's. I've had more than enough of Rockstar." You reply, your voice tinged with regret. The Jiaks launched their attack upon Rockstar from the sunken forest. A timberland is rife for them. I pity the plight of your kinsfolk, but I fear it is too late for you to warn them or save them now. You turn away from the cell door, and the Gilad shouts out, "The key is over there! Unlock this damn door!" Not my best accent, but whatever. He points toward the iron fitting that fixes the torch to the wall. "It's hanging from the torch bracket." Now I need to make a choice. Destiny choice will deeply influence how the story will evolve, so remember to choose wisely. Okay, now do I... Tough call, but your mind is clear enough to decide, or before making any decision, you try and gather more information. I'm gonna gather more information, because that's how I use my mind. You want to know more about this prisoner before you decide his fate. "Why have you been put in this cell?" you ask. "There must be some reason why you've been locked up. Is this not so?" The lad's throat is parched with thirst. "He says he would tell you everything, but first he must have some water." Oh wait, whoops. He points to a large cupboard standing against the wall opposite his cell door. You pull open the cupboard door and find a pewter pitcher of water, an enameled iron cup, and half a loaf of stale bread. "Answer me first, and answer me truthfully. Then I should decide if you deserve this bread and water, and your freedom." He tells you his name is Merak Jalad. His brothers are not blood-related. They're a band of robbers, cast out of Torin 3 years ago for burglary and street crimes. They found refuge in the sunken forest. Oh god, I need a sip. Excuse me. And have survived there since, living off the plentiful flora and fauna. Not too long ago, he and his fellow thieves, his brotherhood as he calls them, used the elevator to enter Rockstar. They had come looking to steal some Bronin arrowheads for hunting. Unfortunately, the sheriff and his Reeves caught him in the act. They ran back, desperate to escape, but the sheriff apprehended him before they can get away. His brothers were more fortunate. They made good their escape and returned to their lair in the sunken forest. The Reeves were killed during the chase, and he was blamed for their deaths. He tells you that he and his brother are innocent. The Reeves were killed by Jiaks. You are mindful of the fact that if you leave him locked in his cell, it will only be a matter of time before the Jiaks find him, or he dies of thirst. If you release him, he will at least have a chance to survive. It may be a slim chance, but it is better than no chance at all. I'm gonna have mercy on this dude. I mean, the thief is not the same as murderer. I'm gonna trust him. Let's see, what is this? You decide to uphold the law, severe as it may be in this case. You walk over to the torch and unhook the key from the black iron bracket. Gilad looks relieved until you have decided to set him free. You twist the key in the lock, and the heavy door creaks open. Gilad rushes forward and shakes your hand in gratitude, with such forceful enthusiasm that you have to push him away for fear he may break your wrist. He reaches into the pocket of his jacket, and for a moment you suspect he may have a concealed weapon. But quickly you sense that he harbors no ill intent. He simply wants to give you a token of his gratitude. It is a plain wooden ring carved from some lending oak. It's the mark of my brotherhood. It's not much, but it's all I have. You accept the ring from his calloused palm and step aside to let him leave this dingy cell. The lad rushes through the open door and scrambles up the stone stairs. You bid him good luck as he disappears into the room above. Loot! Second chance. You get an achievement for that. You return to the street, saddened by the death of Sheriff Tarlor and disappointed that you have not found the control handle. You fear the GX now possess the missing part. As you move along the street, you are lost in your thoughts of how difficult it will be to find the control handle. Let me see something here. Let's go for more strength, eh? +2 strength is better than +1 dex. Would love to undo some of this stuff, though. As you move along the street, you are lost in your thoughts of how difficult it will be to find the control handle. It could be anywhere in this village. Distracted, you fail to see a gang of Giacs approaching from a nearby alleyway. Of course. You appear to be surrounded. Ekdok! They cry. They come rushing towards you with their weapons drawn. Oh, you just want to piss me off. Alright, come on, give me another scene. I've seen this many. Oh, look at that. Okay. You're on my target. Okay, come on, come on. Really? Oh! Alright, you asked for it. Here it is. Like how his eyes glow. That does not happen in the books. Shoryuken! He's nearly dead, so I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of dexterity. Dead. Oh, ooh, that's not good. Oh, you know what? We're gonna focus on this guy and kill his ass. I'm bleeding. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Damn it! This is motherfucker. Nope. I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. Please stop sucking. Oh, I've just bled to death. I should be bled to death. What's going on? No, Wolf, no! Your life and your mission ends here. Are they gonna say it? Let's see. Nope, your adventure ends here. Isn't over yet. Had it been different, I give up. Kai, help me. It's not over yet. Had it been different. Restart the battle. Hell yeah, restart the battle. I'm gonna kick their asses. Straight kill, that's what I needed. Not for you. Oh my god, I missed again. Let's focus on this guy and slash the crap out of him. That guy's almost dead. I will finish him. Okay, much better. We're doing much better now. I'm gonna hit him with some magic. Ow! Oh wow, that's awesome. He's stunned. Okay, let's finish him with this. Survival. Yeah, the battle is pretty interesting. A little, hard to follow. Unstoppable. I was clearly stopped before. Alright, more pick lock, yes. Kai pouch. Crossbow bolts, I already have. What is this? Slot 6, yes, I'll take that. Thank you. Now I can... Oh, beautiful. You have dispatched these GX, but the threat of attack and capture is as strong as ever. You can hear other GX approaching this part of the village, drawn by the noise of your combat. You look around for some place to hide, and your eye is caught by a small building with a bright red door and a sloping slate roof. Alright, hold on. There's gotta be something I can use here. So let's do... Can I use this? How bad is my health here? Pretty freaking bad. Okay, I don't want to use the really big stuff unless I have to. Oh no, did I just... Yes. No, I couldn't meditate, so it doesn't matter. I could have meditated. Although there are dangers looming, you should be safe enough to... Fudge. Wasted potions. So now I made my choice, so I can't go that way, so I have to go here. What's this? Surgery. The red door is closed, but it is not locked. You enter and quickly shut the door behind you. It is a simple village doctor's office, and it appears not to have been searched and despoiled like so many other buildings in this part of Rockstarn. At the rear of the office, partitioned by a drawn white curtain, you can find the surgery, where a man is lying in a stretcher. His legs are wrapped in blood-soaked bandages, and he is barely conscious. Sweat glistens on his pale face. He sees you, and falteringly, he tries to talk. You tell the man to rest. He has lost a lot of blood, and his strength is waning, but he is determined to speak. He knows they may well be the last words he ever utters. My name is Grove. I'm a Rockstarn miner. My legs were crushed by a runaway mine wagon. They brought me here. They bandaged me, and that's when the GX attacked. Dr. Paxnar left to get help. I cannot walk, and he cannot carry me, so here I am. You ask the man if he knows where the doctor went. He said he was going to the Bronin warehouse. There were some people there who would help. He promised he would come back for me. but I have not seen him since. I fear the GX must have got him. I don't have the kind of discipline of healing. Yep, didn't master that. Hide him or heal him? Think it highly likely that Dr. Paxnar had fallen foul of the GX. They were everywhere. You know that it is only a matter of time before they will come and ransack the surgery. You now find yourself facing the same dilemma as the doctor did. Grove is too badly injured to be moved without the stretcher. The stretcher cannot be used with only one bearer. You decide to try and conceal Grove as best you can, hopeful that he will evade detection when a GX gang comes a-calling. But in your heart you know that his chances of survival are very slim. The stench of his gangrenous wounds will surely lead the GX to his hiding place. There's little more you can do for him now. Reluctantly, you leave Grove and return to the Red Door. You must complete your mission, and you are sorely aware that time is running out. You leave the doctor's surgery and continue along the street, but you have taken fewer than a dozen steps before you are confronted by a new threat. A solitary GX is approaching the main street from its passageway next to the surgery. Its hateful eyes dart everywhere, searching out something to steal or someone to kill. This sharp-eyed GX may have seen you leaving. Yeah, I'm running up against the wall here. You could tempt it to find out what lies beyond the Red Door. You cannot risk Grove's survival by allowing the watchful GX to live a minute longer. Alright, we're gonna fight this guy. Oh, stop. Because I'm losing my voice. This guy is getting the... he's a tough one. No, not wasting time. Sure you can. That helped. Way to combo that with, What? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to... What? Got him. That was easy. What? You say something? It's because they didn't bother animating his face at all. I see what you did there, game. Loot! Pine. You hurry away and continue along the street, keeping to the shadows whenever you can. A sign on the wall indicates the direction of the Browning warehouse. Helped by the sign, you look along the street and see the warehouse in the middle distance. It is one of the largest two-story buildings in Rockstar, and it is easy to find now that you know precisely where it is. Ooh, do I get to meditate? Taking the long way around. I know I'm gonna get attacked, but I don't care. I need my stuff back. Let's do it. I know I said I'd stop, but I still want to play. I like this game. Do you want to write your story from here? 20 crows are sitting in a line upon the apex of a great slate roof. Gray slate roof. Their black eyes watch you intently as you draw closer. The great double doors at the front of the warehouse are shut, and all of the building's windows have been smashed. There are heaps of splintered timbers, broken crates, overturned handcarts used for transporting Bronin ingots, and myriad other debris scattered around its entrance. The evidence of GX devastation is plain for all to see. You stop for a few moments, using the cover of a shadowy doorway to view the warehouse, and decide the best way to try and enter this building. Yeah. Make your choice. Use which? I don't have that master. You're able to ask the crows on the rooftop for help? Enter the building and thin out the GX lines with Mind Blast attacks. Yeah, I know I rely on my magic entirely too much, but I don't care. Animal friends, help! You stop to return the morbid stares of the crows. These canny impatient birds learned centuries ago to identify and follow raiding parties, such as the Geax, that have attacked Rockstar. They would wait for their grisly work to end, and then take their chance to feast upon the fallen at their leisure. However, their appetite is rarely sated, and gratitude is a sentiment that is simply not in their nature. As repugnant as they may be, you know they could be useful allies. You can direct them to attack the Geax. And there it is. You can direct them to attack the Geax that provided such a gruesome banquet. You identify the leader of this murder of crows. Drawing upon your Kai power of animal kinship, you plant a suggestion in its pharaoh mind. The crow blinks twice. It is a sign that it will be obedient to your commands. You will the crow leader to take to the air, and it responds immediately. It leaves its perch atop the warehouse roof, and the rest of the flock follow swiftly in its wake. They circle the roof, cawing plaintively. Upon your mental command, they dive down in a single file and enter the warehouse through a ragged hole in the gray slate tiles. For a few seconds, there is an eerie silence. Then the screaming begins. The crows launch a surprise attack on the Geax inside the warehouse, swooping down on them to gouge out their eyes and slash their faces with their curved beaks and razor-sharp talons. You seize the chance to enter the building while the Geax are distracted. You climb through an open window and witness the bloody aftermath of the attack. When the wounded Geax see you standing in their midst, they raise their weapons and close in on you from all sides. I think that worked out pretty well. Oh, who's this big bad boy? That's not... There's an imposing Drakkar among them, and it is he who gives the ruthless order to kill me. Alright, fine. Bring it! Underlings first. Okay, yeah. Sure. Fallen into darkness. And we are going to potion that up. So I can do that again soon. I'm also going to... I'm going to just get hit. Ow. Alright, buddy. And just like that, half my health is gone. And I'm bleeding. Bastard. He's dead. I'm gonna add for dodging. He's a big boss. Alright. Try and slam him. God, I need it. Oh my god, I can't do anything. I can't do anything! Combo. Okay, that worked. Oh no, no, no! No, I'm dead. Alright, you know what? I'm saving that for him, and he's gonna die first. It's not over yet. You get. Alright, well, he's still alive. my god, I almost got him. Hit him with everything! Oh, that was pretty cool. Oh boy. Oh no, oh my. We're gonna survive this. Dang it! Stop it. Finish him. Oh, he's dead. I can't use it yet. Can't use it yet. He's dead. Alright, I just need to survive this. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, wait, hit him with the... Yes. Yes! Ha ha ha! Got him. That was not an easy fight. I will take it. That other guy was doing too much damage, so he had to die first. My journal was updated. Oh, I got another aspirin. Silver necklace. Throwing knives. Gold crowns. 5 throwing knives, so I got my throwing knives back at least. It has been a grueling combat, yet you are less revolted and exhausted by the outcome than would have been so before. What? You stand astride the body of the Drakkar who led the slain platoon. Beside him is an object that you saw him drop when you struck your killing blow. It is a control handle. You have found the missing part, and you have delivered summary justice to the creature that murdered Sheriff Tarlor. You place the control handle in your backpack, and you search this spacious building, wary of GX that may have taken refuge from the fight and could still be hiding in the shadows. You find no enemies left alive, but you do discover a bolted trapdoor set into the warehouse floor. It has an iron grill. When you peer through the grill, you see 2 villagers huddled together in a workshop below. Quickly, you pull open the drawbolt and lift the trapdoor. Come out, you tell them. The GX will not harm you now. The first to climb out is a young man in a leather work apron, followed by a teenage girl. They are villagers, and they count themselves lucky to be alive. They are grateful to you for releasing them, but there is disappointment in their eyes. They fear that you, alone, will not rid them of the scores of GX that now occupy their beloved village. You tell them that you are their liege lord, Lone Wolf. You tell them why you are here, and give them a brief account of what you have seen and done since you arrived in Rockstarn. They listen intently to your voice, transfixed by the shocking truth of what you tell them. Make your choice. Do I move on? Stay for a while in order to reassure the villagers? No, I can't reassure them. She needs me. Silence descends on the young villagers. They are consumed by their tragic news. Feel a deep sympathy for their pain and their plight. You know how it feels to lose kinsfolk you have loved and respected. Mindful that Leandra should have reached the boiler house by now, and that she could be in mortal danger, you tell the refugees that time has come for you to leave. You feel the weight of duty and responsibility falling heavy upon your shoulders. For these young and vulnerable villagers, you are their only hope and salvation. I give you my word as a Kai Lord, and as the Friar of your province, I will rid your village of these accursed GX. Darda raises his head and says, Sire, is there anything we can do to aid you? Yes, you reply, impressed and heartened by the Darda's unexpected offer of help. There is an injured miner at the doctor's surgery. The doctor? The doctor's surgery. His name is Grove. Go there and collect him, but be careful how you carry him on his stretcher, for his legs have been badly damaged. Bring him back here and await my return. I shall not abandon you. Darda nods assertively in response. You can count on us, my lord. And if you need to restock your supplies while you're here in the village, please come back to us. We can put this warehouse to good use once again, and aid you in your fight. Although you could requisition what you need from your subjects by order, you are mindful that they have suffered greatly. Therefore, you accept Darter's proposal, and you insist that you will pay for any supplies you may purchase. That was nice. Heal me. Finally, we're making it to that. Alright. I want to talk to the merchant. Yes. Buy some potions. Oh, ooh, what is this? Ooh, do I want the firepower? Oh, I can buy. How much money do I have? 263. I can buy another finest leather pouch. Let's see. Slots 4. Nah, man. Let's get another Kai pouch, yo. Powder flare, tunnel sweeper. What the hell's this? Spirit tincture. Let's get one of those. Well, that's nice too. I'll get one of those. Yeah, I don't know about buy, sell, upgrade. This is actually a surprising amount of oh, my leather armor can be upgraded. Oh, I could sell one of these. Hold on, I need 2 of these. I don't need to. Actually, I have 3 of them. Jesus. Iron and leather. +2 dexterity? I don't know. Yeah, I like the shield bash option. Speaking of which, why don't I just upgrade the shield? Iron 1 of 2. Damn, don't have enough. To make the leather armor better, I need steel, but I don't have any steel. That would be nice. Will I buy... Why? Can I buy stuff from him? Can I buy leather? I can. What am I complaining about? Let's do... I would need a 1 iron, armor 65, 100 vitality. I mean, that can be pretty good. We'll buy 2 iron, and this will be pretty damn good. But I might always find something better. That's the problem. It's already good, so I need a lot of steel, which I don't think he sells. Oh no, he does. Damn, I need superior leather. Yeah, I like that. Kai power. Want to repair this item for 4 gold crowns? Yes. Oh, I need hardened steel. Shit. You know what? I'm not going to use this weapon either. Kind of need all this stuff. Whatever, I can always go back to the merchant, so let me hold off. What I can do is upgrade the shield, I think. If I buy an iron. Whoa, hold up a second. Ah, okay. So I still got quite a bit of room. Alright, I'm happy with that. Buy a crossbow down the line. How much damage do the... Yeah, they're not that good. Honestly, I should sell them and just buy the frickin'... This is very... this is where I get all caught up. I can rest, which is nice. Oh. I'm gonna have to. What did I want to buy? If I wanted to buy a crossbow, 148. No way I got that money. And then I need bolts, which fine. I'm gonna rest, you bastard. Completely spent all my money. Okay. You leave the Bronin warehouse by one of its shattered windows. Your muscles ache from the exertions of combat, yet your thoughts are sharper, and your determination is more resolute than ever before. It is early afternoon. With caution in your every step, you follow the street until you catch your first sight of the foundry. This is where Leandra hurriedly disposed of the drive chain while being pursued by Giax. You recall her saying that the foul creatures may still occupy this building. As you approach its closed door, you catch a glimpse of movement. A Giac appears at a ground floor window, its head and shoulders framed by the pane of cracked glass. For a few moments, it appears in the street, and then it moves away, out of your direct view. Leandra was correct. The foundry, like most of Rockstarn, is under enemy occupation. You must gain entry to the foundry and retrieve the drive chain. It will not be an easy task to achieve with the GX roaming freely inside. Foundry doors are blackened with the soot from a recent fire. You detect that a group of GX are gathered inside. One of them presses its ugly face to the cracked glass of a window to the right of the main doors. Its feral eyes stare out into the street, looking for villagers to hunt and slay. You approach the creature from the side, keeping close to the foundry wall to avoid being seen. When you are close to the window's frame, you wrap the bottom of your cloak around your right fist and punch through the glass with all your might. The pain shatter... My voice just gave out. Sorry. The pain shatters into hundreds of tiny shards that drive deep into the GX's face and eyes, leaving it blinded and bloodied. It shrieks with pain as it tumbles to the floor and rolls away, clutching desperately at its ruined face. You seize the initiative and climb through the opening before the injured GX companions fully realize what is happening. Once inside the foundry, you unsheathe your weapon and prepare to fight to the death. Fight to the death. Prepare for battle. I'm about to kick somebody's ass. Whoa, I'm about to kick somebody's ass. Oh. Yeah, let's kill you with this. Thank you. Come again. Dash you. Bonus. Oh, I missed. Whoops. Oh, they're getting mad. They're getting mad. What the? Go. Oh, that's not so bad. I'm not too worried about you. Short jab ought to do it. Oh, finish it. Isn't that kind of a stupid design for a shield because you're leaving your hand exposed? Just saying. The GX have thoroughly ransacked the foundry, but amongst the overturned workbenches and scattered debris, you find what you came here looking for. Sitting atop a crumpled pile of heavy iron chains, there is one that stands out from the rest. It is smaller, well oiled, and has been welded to form a continuous loop. With a sigh of relief, you pick up the drive chain and put it in your backpack. Unfortunately, your discovery has not gone unobserved. The foundry's large double doors swing open, and in rush a Drakkar and several armed, snarling GX. They were drawn here by the noise of your previous combat, and the Drakkar has been watching you through cracks in the foundry wall. He is an imposing armored warrior. Human in aspect, but decidedly inhuman in behavior. Now is the moment he has decided to launch a surprise attack. Oh, shit. Drakkar dies first. Learn this the hard way. Okay. Oh, it's just him. Good. Good. Spoke too soon. Dude needs to die. Dude needs to die. it up, follow it up. Come on, we had the combo that worked before. Hit him again. Oh my god, I missed. Oh boy, Ow. What? Oh, well, he died. Oh, too slow. Wow. Alright. You die now, please. Alright, I can survive this now. Mind Blast! I might just have a chance here to revive. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Leave the foundry feeling exhausted by the strain of combat, yet exhilarated by having found the drive chain. God, I hope the resting doesn't count against me. I gotta have some money here. 89. Wow. So I want the axe? No, I'm a sword guy. Where is that axe? I mean, it is a better weapon, but 270 can be equipped in the offhand. Honestly, I need to think about this for a second. Hold on. Oh, I just need hardened steel. It would be nice if there was a repair all button. pack repaired? Maybe. Oh, I'm stupid. I could have... Well, whatever. I would just need... Kind of want to see what the axe does now, honestly. Return to the main street and make your way with caution among the fire-blackened ruins of homes and workshops in this part of Rockstar. Now you possess the missing parts needed to fix the elevator and reach the sunken forest. Leandra is likely to be waiting for you at the boiler house, and you do not want to keep her waiting a minute longer than necessary. You quicken your pace and head towards the end of the village, to where the buildings come to an abrupt halt at the edge of the cliff. Level up. Okay. Good. I'm not really one for using strength all that much. So this honestly will make, well, at least dexterity dictate anyway. We leveled up though. Chapter 3. You know what? Alright. I'll stop here, because if I get started on this, it's gonna be bad. So we're gonna... Do I want to go back to the main menu? I am really enjoying this now. New gallery content unlocked. Okay. Game designer began his career as a musician. Recording, he created the fictional world of Magnamon and a setting for his early role-playing games. RPG World Champion. In 1984, his original series of Lone Wolf adventure game books were first published and became an international success. They have since sold over 10 million copies. What the? I can't talk. From 1996 onwards, Joe has been involved in the design, scripting, and production of several successful computer and console games. Badass. You go, Joe. That is a lot of leather. I don't understand how that crossbow can reload by itself and all either. Lockpicking. You found the lockpicking concept art. Yeah, a little simple, but hey, man, they actually did. So this is probably a low-budget game. They did a pretty damn good job. Oh, that's pretty nifty. So this reminds me of like a PS2 game, but like not in a bad way. Like there's the extras to unlock, and that's it. Yeah, I'm not playing that again. That was super loud. Alright, guys. I am going to stop here. Let me see if there's anybody to host. I'll pass this along. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed doing it, even though my voice is pretty freaking ragged at this point. I just tried not really doing voices and just reading. So, let's see. Let's see if we have any of our regulars. Whoa. Not exactly in the same vein, but hey, it's been a while. Let's go say hi to Coach Crab 127. He is doing a big 20 speedrun practice with Castlevania. Let's go say hi. Nice. Nice meeting you. Why was I about to say that? Man, I'm really tired. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.